Hello, replay viewer. Thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. Here is the Wellness Wisdom Wednesday that I would like to share about the way to identify non-physical, basically, energy as a key word. If you're familiar with that Reiki, healing modality, or Kiai, martial art, Tai Chi, Qigong. These are using this character, Qi, originally from China. And also in Japanese, the Japan uses the same character for a little bit different way to identify the energy for everyday life. So many Qi using word is available in community in people of Japan. And I realized that it's quite unique to that cultural aspect to noticing it, using it with this word as a command. Because we use word to communicate, of course, and then also command the action and also the organize the thought. Without the word, it's pretty difficult to organize our thought mind. So using this word as a tool, and particularly key related word, is something to do with the way that we connect element as an energy, even if it's invisible. So I'd like to share that wording and the way to connect with that particular combination of key word that command action to use some invisible aspect of our life for our conscious creation. Once we can identify invisible element for what it is, and then it's easy to use it consciously for ideal way. So my hope is to help you become more idea about how you're going to use your energy, how you're going to identify the energy. And that's my wish. And I chose 7 words that relate to energy that absolutely, as an individual person, can manage using our personal power. Some of this energy related word needing the collective energy, feel the energy. Thank you for the heart. As an weather, for example, or some kind of not so directly able to reflect our individual power. So here to just focusing on something that we can use it with your own power to direct once you can identify it. So the 7 words upside down. Am I upside down? Upside down. So let me go back and then okay, come back. Thank you for letting me know. Let me go fade it out first, and then I'll be back. Upside down. Okay. So I was upside down. Okay. Okay. Hope that this time will be grounding, grounding to the Mother Earth gravity. Let's see. A technical issue sometimes happen in a very strange way. Hi, Mel. Am I still upside down? Upside down. Hello. Okay, this time is appropriate position. Thank you. So here is the 7 energy keyword from that people of Japan uses to identify non-physical energy that we can use personal power to direct, choose, and to manage. And so reflecting the eclipse energy, how how you doing? I mean, I really want to talk about this after the energy word keyword sharing for this Wellness Wednesday. Okay, so here, top root. This is the word root with the key energy. Then kon, root energy. Kon ki, kon ki. Rooting the energy. That is to be impatient. Be impatient. Let me put, let me get information. So it's about to continuous dedication to bringing really rooting intention or creation, continuously building the root. So the energy need to build it to root in order to support that something we are building as an wishes or a goal. So let's see, where is the Yuki? Konki. Yes, the konki is the discipline and patient, rooting your energy towards chosen experience, chosen goal. So I'd like to share some idea according to each energy chakra, from the root chakra to the 7th chakra. So the first energy center with the konki, root energy, is to continue basic foundation. Basic foundation. So when we start to building something, creating something, and it's easily forget about the foundation, that what was the base of what we are building. You know, it's the at the first experience, and then we doing it again and again and again, and we are growing, of course, building, and then might be good to be back to the starting point, to check in the basics, to just to be strengthened about the creation and connecting to self and the foundation that we are creating. So that's what the konki, checking the root to according to our growth, and also pay attention to the foundation to strengthen enough for supporting what we are creating. So that's what the konki root chakra, color red, energy to root, persistent dedication. And the second energy center with Konki, Kon, routine energy, is continuous creation. So sometimes that it's easy to dedicate for a couple of times or one time to create, but some goals or wishes needing to dedicate patient continuously to little by little or deepening, just like imagine that visual artwork that's starting from a blank canvas with the sketch pencil to just get the line right, and then more and more you are dedicated to create, and then it's got more putting it out onto canvas. So it's how much you're going to connect and bring in, and then deciding when we done with it, that's another thing. But more we create, sometimes over creating is too much, and then sometimes it's just a few line is absolutely making sense. So it's another way to decide what's reaching to the defined point that we are shooting for. But many cases that not so much one time, but creating, needing that continuous routine, your energy for creation, dedication. That's what the second energy center, orange. And then also for relationship too, to deepening the partnership relatedness is not just for one time connecting or talking, but just more to getting to know one another for co-creating some kind of wonderful in a professional work or intimacy or so that also needing rooting your energy for creating what we align. And the third energy center is the solar plexus color yellow, which is the self worth, power to decide, being responsible, will, driving sun energy. With Konki, rooting the energy is that continual achievement and the dedication. So sometimes when we reach the goal, we get what we wanted to have it, and then that's done. But we need to grow as a nature of a human being. So it's like a driving when we reach, achieve, and then to the next goal. So when reach the goal, and then sometimes unsuccessful, setting the new goals once you reached it, and then kind of feeling lost in nowhere, here and here, now here, nowhere, right? So that continuous routine to achievement is good to conquer, to evolve, and healthy ego to expand or fulfilling more desire. It's the power grow as an mature in human being as a person. So that's what the Konki, persistent dedication. And the fourth energy center is the heart chakra color green with Konki is that continue unconditional love, sharing and receiving, giving and receiving unconditionally. Sometimes needing Konki to make a balance out of it. If you a person give and hard time receiving it openly, and then maybe there's a room to work on the receiving, to make a balance out of that oneness and energy. Or maybe you like to seek some support and feels like not getting, and then it feels like balance is off, and then maybe you may want to consciously balancing, continuously dedicating to one love, and some other way might be helpful to mastering the unconditional love in oneness. So rooting the energy for that oneness in a balancing way. That's what Konki for the heart chakra. Or oneness is being part of something larger than we can create by ourselves. So being part of it and to feed in being useful and also getting support as an unconditionally, that perhaps requires many way to explore your way of giving and sharing to find out more aligned to your heart of the matter without judging or repressing your open heart or your mind to twisting perhaps. So openly connecting oneness and perhaps needing some discipline to open connection to the oneness. And then of course in order to do that it requires perhaps that more steady lower chakra, like a foundation, sense of self, safety, feeding, be creative, and to ownership of your own power and healthy self-esteem and so forth. And then to be able to open your heart in oneness as we're supposed to, being part of unconditional love. So the fifth energy center is the throat chakra, color blue. It's to expressing, communicate what you think, you feel to the world around us. With the konki is that continuous expression and communication. So sometimes a new idea we need to express and share, and then unsuccessful being deliver nicely or being embodied in a quite different way from what you like to share. So there is a room to adjust in, and sometimes many of the time people stop expressing it because they're not interested in what I need to say here. It's okay that I had enough sour experience, but these require more continuous rooting your energy to expressing. Sometimes that it took me more than 3 years for my professional when I was a corporate worker and to sharing some newness, and it takes discipline. The same thing on and on and on. You are the same person telling the same message, but the different people and the different context. So we got to do it. It feels like a parrot, but that is sort of like in nature. And many people want to use it as an automated way to repeating. I noticed that many broadcasters used to be in the active broadcasting platform and got many followers and starting with hello, I'm so and so, and then da 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 da. Just the basically studies is the same, and many of the follower comes, so like many of them knows about that person, but there is always a new people there. And if you want to skip that part because you're just tired of repeating it, that's totally understandable. But the very professional successful people, let's say like musicians for example, rock star, or think about that, just the one song hit forever. And when they are younger, like before perhaps the 20, like teenager, and then you get the hit and worldwide hit, and then that young kid got to repeat, perform entire life because that's what people want to hear. But think about that. You're the person repeating. And the video, maybe you can repeat it. But hey, people want to connect live, right? So that's a good example, like express that voice continuously to grow and reach what you need to deliver. So yeah, I'm telling myself, so too early to give it up what you need to express if you're thinking of like, well, this is like no one is hearing, and but that is discipline. So you do it anyway. You can stop anytime, right? So that's what the konki, continuous dedication to expressing your voice, continuously rooting that expression as an fifth energy center, konki. Good konki messages out. Sometimes it feels like a parrot, though, or you may notice that some people repeating, and then is that person getting old and awareness issues? Sometimes, that could be the case, repeating the same story on and on and on. But if you're purposefully delivering some message, and that requires that continuous dedication, commitment. And then sixth energy center, color indigo. It's the brain, perception, intuition, intellect, the invisible part of our thinking, wondering. With konki is a continuous isn't it? So continuous intellectual openness, intelligence, openness. So that when we get some idea, and then perhaps sometimes it's complete as enough to bring that idea into physical creation. But when we are creating, the intellectual part or the synchronicity or you're channeling new idea is always coming, it's always open. So continuously, it's kind of strange because the routing is like going to the down the route. But to the antenna, like universe, allow that channeling message or hunches or synchronicities, like out of the blue ideas, to bringing down to the creation or enhancing the chosen experience. That's what no need to close because you chose it already, and then staying this is that's the limitation. So openness, they are rooting energy for um, third eye channeling the energy is like being open to any information, even if you feel you got enough information. But we are always evolving. We are the creator. Is creators also changing. We are the changing target. So that's a good reminder to being open as an konki open to the new information coming from anywhere, intuitively or synchronistically or out of the blue. So that's what konki with third eye, sixth energy center. And the seventh energy center, purple color, is the crown chakra with konki, is continuous divine vision. So when we are creating something, it's the root in something, that our idea, and to bring it into the physical, experienceable, shareable form, and to dedicate all that. And then, but we are always connecting to the vision, right? Vision, that's something that inspires in your passion, um, igniting your soul's urge, or you feel in the gut that this is the right path or right destination, that really feel it. There's no reason yet, but this vision feels really resonating. So continuously open to that possibility, being part of the cosmic energy is important to be reminded, because we are also a creator, to dedicate to create. Sometimes it's like a clear focus and unable to see everything else because we are in the forest at the tree, walking on it, right? Rooting the tree. This is actually a tree with a dedicated. So the root of the tree. But where are you? It's in the forest, right? You chose to be in the forest. And so it's going back to the bird's eye and connecting that vision. That's the crown chakra, the consciousness. And this dive down to the root and the vision as the bird's eye, that is a good exercise to do that. It's sometimes walking on your own passion and own vision might be harder, because working for someone else could be easier because there is a detachment for our dedication for doing something for others. But for ourselves, it's we are so intimate and so close, because the tree and the root of the tree, that's our anchor of souls matters, and then everything, heart of the matter and the core essence, the rooting. And it's also scary to revealing quickly, because the core, the nature of core is protected because it's sensitive. So revealing one by one, and then with the vision, and there in the process, there is a journey. That's what the life is. And then in between the chakra, the second chakra, third chakra, emotions and sense of self confidence and drive and oneness and getting support and then expressing all these chakra, and then knowing the hunches and then the information and processing and what we learned in all this process. That all is one with that resonance to your heart of the matter. That feels really fit, feel good. Like, even it feels like gravity disappear oneness, like the body feels right and then feels like so good in the flow, in that zone. And to continuously checking on that is ideal. But we're living in a pretty fast paced society if you are also in that community. So it's nice to find your own pace to create and routine, checking from the root chakra, foundation, basics, and then building, and then the vision, vision to continuously rooting each element would be ideal. So continuous divine vision, reminding. So that's what the Konki, with each energy center that we can use it for connect that energy to rooting, strengthening that connection, to bring that into the earthy experience. So that's what today's wisdom sharing Wednesday. Thank you, Mel. So would you like to pick that wisdom keyword for today, reflecting the eclipse energy? I really want to hear about what you've been noticing, digested the this week's energy with this new moon and what we did, and also the eclipse. But before going there, would you pick the number between 1 to 7 for me, so then checking the flow for you might be easier to connect, isn't it? It has been, yes. Indeed. Um, 5. Thank you. Thank you for participating, Mel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut. Konki. The same. Konki seems to be the this discipline and patient, continuous routine, persistent dedication seems to be the theme for this day. Wellness wisdom. So let me pick that aspect that to go with this. Isn't it something? Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, that's what the message we got here, reflecting all that. This is the aspect of the second energy center. That's spot on. It's the that's what we've been talking about entire this week so far about the moon energy. The second chakra, second energy center is about the water sign. And then the Scorpio is the new moon sign. That's what I learned. And creativity, 101 relationship. Yes, indeed. Uh, I love the way that you reflect in your creative visual expression, Mel, using emoji. It's so lovely and so resonated that I really disliking my sense of choice for the emoji. So I really admire your taste and learning from you secretly, actually. No longer the secret, but yeah, I really love the way you use that as an really like splashing your messages and oh, okay. You someone was telling that Leo color is yellow, and then that really makes sense. Like a yellow is the third energy center. It's like power. That's so that here is the Scorpio energy, and then it's interesting. Seems to be the second energy center is the theme for all of us. Yeah, son. And the aspect is the balance. Wow, this is so aligning in. The balance is the Libra energy that came from Libra to Scorpio. So it's balancing out 101 relatedness, professional, intimacy, personal, or relationship with the body or the money, any kind of relationship. That 101, you and the other, you and your body, you and your money, or you uh oh, yeah, your mom is Libra. Yeah, me too. I'm not that so into that astrology as a professional information, but people we are close to, and then we learn that nature and characteristic, and then I perceive as an energetic because it's a trend I'm noticing that it's easy to understand the uh, zodiac sign that I'm familiar with. Yeah. So I have mother, the Leo is my mother, and so it's quite easy to understand the people with the Leo sign. It's and also the Gemini. I had my the two Geminis in my families, and the trend I noted is like once I started to meet someone in the new kind of sign, and then started to show up the similar nature, and then the same sign. So there is some. I took it as a lesson to learn some energetic component in the human beingness. I know everybody is different, but the patterns of energy somehow we share in some portion. or your sister's Gemini. Mm. So it's not good or bad, but you are familiar with the energetic pattern, I must say. Mm. So the balance is, it's a perfect timing, and to go with this continuous dedication. And yeah, I mean, the message is obvious that chosen goals, experience to invite in, to work on it, and especially for balancing that partnership in any kind, and all the money related. um that's what the reminder here, to balancing your energy for the creating the one-on-one relationship. It's true, we can learn several. Mm. So the energy travels in patterns. So then, like attract a similar energetic pattern. So once we change our energetic pattern, and then the different type of energy being attracted, that makes sense. That's part of the universal, the system. So since we cannot change everything outside of ourselves, someone else, so it's wise to use our energy to change ourselves, to change the magnetizing element. Instead of changing this one, to come not changing it, but come here, it's like, hey, no attractiveness, and no connection circuit. But anyway, so this is that Mel. For after the new moon, we did exercise and prepare. I mean, this one we connecting lots of energy and lots of processing, I suppose. And let me go scan your energy with, based on this Konki with second chakra in balance. The good reminder after reflecting the new moon work. Is that maybe it's good to pay attention to being patient, to have that ideal balanced way, co-creating with something, or balancing your creative aspect that now you are walking on. I remember that was the grounding to sure foot is getting stronger, which is also the routine, and being participating in that. And then the second chakra is like moving up, and then this is the whole theme of share in the energetic pattern, being part of the earth, being part of the universe. So it's obvious sign that you're on the right path, and to keep it going with conscious dedication, with resistant dedication. So I'm sending healing and way to enjoy continuous dedication and playing with the balance, to finding that new way excite your balance. Maybe uncomfortable at the very beginning, but to deepening or enriching that connectedness or creation to the next level. Thank you for allowing with the good konki, good patient dedication, discipline. You are so welcome, Mel. Oops. It came turn off. I wanted to read your comment and then disappeared. Sorry. The energy has been, that eclipse energy, talking about eclipse energy, that it's surprising energy. It's not good or bad, but it goes both way, right? Powerful. And yesterday that we did and shifting, and I had a very hard time sleeping last night, to be honest with you. Very difficult to sleep. And then woke up with not that draining. It's more of power charged, regardless of the quality or the length of the sleep state. And then I thought it's a good idea to bring this visual that I updated to the shrine and get some blessings with a beautiful day that I had here. It was rain yesterday. So yeah, I want to go just bring this energy and get some blessings at the shrine. And I was gonna step out, and then I got a call, and then that was like really challenging to that weakest link that I was writing yesterday at exercise we did together. So I'm so grateful that I already got the clarity through yesterday's exercise and being supported. So if without having that preparation and getting clear about that, and then perhaps it's more reactive, more emotionally reactive to the information arrived to me as part of the eclipse splashing kind of, you know. So that deepening clarity we did yesterday really like helped me get grounded no matter what comes, to take care one by one. And I'm so grateful for that. Without it, it was really like emotionally up and down. Yes, it's a very emotional time. And me, as a very moody person, basically, I know about my emotion goes really unstable. So that's one of the challenges, that how I'm gonna manage these emotionally charged beings to create a life more fulfilling, ideal, more refining, So got to mastering these energies, the powerful energy that emotion bringing, and then also the information. If you resisting, it's bringing more anger or sadness or anxiety. But once noticing it, and then these are the valuable information. And then I noticed myself that I got in kind of like a shocking information. The way the news delivered to me emotionally, very emotionally delivered before I'm receiving it. So sometimes this information delivered in the emotional context to you, and then you get so calm because the way delivered is emotional. That's what I was experiencing. It was like, and then noticing the emotion and to be back onto my own state, to give a space, clear boundary. And of course, this emotion is influencing the core of my, the element. But probably without preparing it, and then I also emotionally reactive to it. Um, Rather than, yeah, right. So observing it. Yeah. and and then I took it as an lessons from the universe this time, that hey, how ready are you about this type of way information comes. It was really a heavy hitter. It's a harsh test, but I knew that somehow I need to get that test. I mean, the pass the test to evolve self. But and then I was preparing for that, and then quite unsure how ready I was that time, and then create that space and to sort out the information with the sixth energy center, the third eye and intellect, and not much the second chakra, emotions. So separating it and then sort out the information and to be able to digest. Yeah. And yeah. And then that feels like the first freaked out, like fear is the unexpected way delivered, and unexpected happy, that's good, but unexpected fear and almost like a thread, that's what I perceive. And then wait a second, how come I am perceiving in that way? And then it needed to go back to the sort out. Yeah, and sort out that go back to the third energy center, self-esteem and power to choose, and that how I'm gonna use this own power to make sense, get the information from the emotion of fear with lack of having information. So asking that to feed in some other information being hidden because that is very emotionally delivered context. So calming down the emotion and finding some information that feed and empty my fear. So in, that helped me back into own driver seat. It's like almost like someone car hijacking, carjacking or something. I was driving it and sitting in the parking lot, and then someone opened the door and then get off the driver's seat or blah blah blah. I was like, what's going on? Am I able to be here? In the parking lot. But realizing that we all have the power to drive our own house, own self, but it's good to sort out with openness. Exactly, the neutral state. It is. And so that's what I am so grateful for, that what we did for the last couple of days. That helped me prepare. Once we prepare well, and we can manage more than thought it would be. And sometimes these kind of surprising information needed in order to move on. Like the crisis is the very best place to start as a new. So how we're going to use that information is totally up to us. But we want to get prepared for that. Not always preparing for that crisis happening, but exactly. Yeah. So knowing that clearly what we want for the next, not going to the past, but to the next for the better, not hanging here because the continuous sameness is impossible because everything is changing. So as our everyday thing. So choosing not to change is really unnatural, right? So that be controlled by the change, or you want to use the energy of change for more ideal fulfilling experience. So I was telling that, sharing and we talked about it, and then the universe sent me the test like, hey, what do you want to do? So I think I did well at this point. Never know, it's energy is shifting, and telepathically so many things shifting. I think I'm hearing from my community and my clients that is feels like non-traditional way of communicating without noticing that they're telepathically being influenced or dialoguing it, including the sleeping state. So if you feel like energy draining, for example, like sense of someone is draining your energy, or energy vampire in other terminology, then this is a good time to. So when we are isolated and unsure of who we are and what power we hold, we can overcome all that. Exactly. So the only way that the psychic defense is to embody yourself, embody what you like to create, what you are, and reminding the full of yourself, and no one can invade into that, crack into it. So if it's the space and then some energy wanna come in and getting your attention, whatever, but so the from within to extend, expand the full of sense of self, it's not selfish, it's the self-centered with self-love. Exactly. Yeah, and then I was sharing that idea and then being encouraged to practice in actuality, which is good, pretty fast. Thank you, Eclipse. So never know what is going to happen from what I chose and to connect and respond to that particular topic in my creation. But I truly appreciate your supportive energy for envision me as done as I chosen to explore. And as reminding this is an eclipse, and according to the specialist, it will bring another 6 months. So it's like until next April. It's going to be changing for that. And yeah, so it's good to get clear about. Thank you. Thank you. It's so much to me. Yes. Well, thank you, Mel, for connecting here. I really appreciate that connection since unexpectedly being sent that. But some level that we subconsciously preparing these to happen, and when the time has come, without conscious awareness, it comes and we got to deal with it. So accept that we only have 5% consciousness, but mostly we are unconsciously creating that to happen in order to create the massive change. Otherwise that we are unable to, perhaps that too much thinking or the common sense or whatever is challenges us to create the dynamic shift, perhaps sometimes. So yeah, so let us connect our energy as one energy. Yes, let's do that. I would do that too. To just reminding that list we created on that the full moon, also like to welcoming in. That's good because it's been 2 weeks, and then with the new moon energy, the newly updated self and clarity, and what we need to do to dedicate to take care for the change we need to experience in order to defining the heart of the matter alignment in the factual experience. That's what we talked about yesterday. So always good. And then I'm so grateful that I know that I'm not the only one. Each of us has our own challenge and the joy and creation. But at the end of the day, we are human being under one sky, and we can connect the sleep state, yes, to support. Oh, Oh, thank you, Mel. So sweet. Yes, grateful for the HAPS community. I get the gift of a community and people and support and a place that I can connect and share. And it's sad that it's gone, but what we need to continue. And people come and go, and remain is remaining and grow together, and then that's nature. But I'm so grateful for to be able to connect and talk in this way because these things are non-tradition for many people, and it's hard to continuously connecting in this way. So I feel so precious connectedness and knowingness in the non-traditional way, even if we haven't met in person, but we know each other through the journey that we are supporting and being supported, being reminded, and creating it together. And I truly appreciate your information, Mel, for practical, like the way to function in this apps and all that. Thank you. So, hoping that I sleep well tonight. Let us connect as energy as one energy, reminding that we are joining as one. Of course, Mel, you are such a great support and help for me. No, no, it's so supportive. Thank you. I feel so connected. And then this is the first time that I am really feeling the benefit of not so different in time zone because we are located in the Pacific, northern and southern Hampshires, but the time zone is not that significant as in Europe or other Western countries, you know. So I really appreciate that convenient and the way we are able to connect in that timing. This is my first experience, so thank you for that too. So here's the energy circle as a visual. It's easier to have some visual, then you can join consciously as one, and everybody else is here too, energetically as one, with the mutual intention to create better experience for self, chosen self, and for one another as one energy, as a resource and an energy power and whatever. Um, and then one request for the healing that one of the local circle member me here, the husband is going to have an surgery preparation. It's a kind of major surgery that and needing the pre-testing before having the surgery. It's going to be the next month, 11/11, which is like a gateway open, 11/11. But today haven't started to have that testing, so I think he will be appreciated when we can support with energetic field to have these doctor team good the best job on him for examine, and we can envision embody that he is getting the best care at the hospital. Now he's into checking in, and every single thing needing the doctor's attention be found so he could prepare well for the surgery next month. So that's what I would like you to envision when we're excelling together. Yeah, thank you. That would be really appreciate that. So let's connect our one energy with synchronizing our breath together as 3 times as we do usual. So let us take a long deep breath from the nose, and then connect each part of ourselves, mind, emotion, noticing that how you are thinking is changing, or someone is sending a telepathy, or are you still digesting some exciting feeling or angry feeling or emotions, or what's the feeling state, and how's your physical body is like tight or like relaxed and open, and just notice and then allow the breath to bring in new energy together to open up the natural space within your body and aligning and dissolving one here now at this present moment together. That's the first deep breath. And then the second one is to let go, no longer serving emotions, ideas, way of being, sense of self, kind of sad, but it just let go, consciously saying out. And then the last one, to invite in the fresh new energy aligned to your new reality and full of your new reality, resonating the energy into your beingness. And then to connect with a circle energy to this oneness and support one another's new reality is has already done. Okay, so let us take a long deep breath, counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. 2, 3. So now we are connecting here now. And the second one, to saying out, using our vocal, expressing this is being out from my beingness, and then let that all out and listen what you are truly letting out with the ear. So it's a kind of multitasking, but doing is easier. So let's do that, shall we? Inhaling now. So before connecting here, I'd like to take a moment together to send that energy to the circle member's husband is in hospital preparation for the testing, to envision and support energy for the perfect procedure done with the bless, and then make it perfectly done. Ready? Let's go. So then now we like to invite in the new energy, your new reality self into your beingness. And just feeling, knowing the excitement that you're already experiencing that chosen goal, destination. Just imagine who's around you, just sensing it. What's the sound you're hearing? Who's around you? What's the feeling? There's all invite in that new reality into your beingness. And then excelling and support one another and really anchor in that experience for one another here now together, connecting this. Ready? Let's go. thank you for sharing your presence in live. And then also, Lipray, I truly appreciate your support and co-creation and your interest and your openness to allow me in your experience. Happy Wednesday, hump day. And I see you when I see you. Thank you for leaving the heart and literally sum up. I truly appreciate that. And that would really make me feel happy. I feeling really connected. Thank you, Mel. Oh, by the way, that you got the blue heart. Was it I was upside down? Was that you mentioning that I upside down? Was that green, wasn't it? So anyway. So thank you